Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Start us off, Cookie. This is your show.
Hello.
Jesus.
Welcome to All Angles, everybody. I got John crying right now. No, seriously, welcome to All Angles. I am taking over today. Not really, but it's going to seem like it. I had to get in the mood for what we're doing today by wearing the ISII Wolves jersey from the ISII in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. That's a slight hint at what we're going to get into today, and it's not hockey, even though this is a hockey jersey. I have been hinting at this for a
I've been trying
long
to talk
time
to
now.
you, and my mute button was on, but I would like a
What's it-
backstory on how we acquired this jersey.
Okay, I can do that. In fact, I will, as we're talking about this and doing a pre-edit, I'll say, here's a photo. But when I was coaching in Missoula, well, actually, I can go even further back than that. And someone you've probably met over the years, back in the Dallas days, I have known Peter and Darlene Kane since I was a very, very young child. Darlene's Canadian, but Peter is Australian, and their daughter Ashley is now an Olympian. Peter was an Olympian. He was actually in the 1980 Olympics.
Is the daughter the one that breakdanced for Australia?
She's American.
Oh,
Douchebag. No, God, you're an asshole. But no, she was an Olympic figure skater. Her dad, Peter, was an Olympian back in the day as well. But, and Peter, I've said this before. I think Peter likes when I come to town and go see him because he can talk about anything but figure skating. He and Darlene are still incredibly important figure skating coaches, not just in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which, people would be surprised have created a lot of really important figure skaters. Ashley being one, obviously. Amber Glenn, who's tearing things up right now. She now competes out of Denver, but she's got her start in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and she's just killing it.
I was just going to ask if they were Dallas people because you mentioned Montana. So,
Well, I'll get to that. So Peter used to skate with his sister, ice dance and all that stuff. His sister Liz Kane is now married to her husband's name, ironically, is Peter as well, Peter Lynch, and their son Orion is a hockey player. They're the ones that own the Ice Zoo in Sydney. They still live in Sydney. Peter Kane and Darlene are still in Dallas Fort Worth area.
the son's name is Orion.
Orion, yeah,
Outstanding name.
yeah, it's awesome.
So
But Peter Lynch and Liz, who's Peter Kane's sister, Liz. I know it gets confusing with the two Peters. But they are the ones that still live in Australia, both figure skating coaches, and own the Ice Zoo in Sydney, which recently moved. They built a new facility and moved from where they were.
is the ISII just like a big ice rink?
It's not big. That's the thing. The new one's bigger than the old one, but neither have been full NHL regulation size.
Oh, okay.
As you and I have heard a lot about with Australian hockey, there's not a lot of full regulation size, and definitely not a lot of actual arenas. But they own the ISII. This is the ISII Wolves is their youth teams. They're all the Ice Wolves. This is actually a reversible jersey. The inside's white, same logo and everything. It's pretty cool. It's very Nordiques. If I was to stand, well, actually, I'll stand up real quick. Very
I
Nordiques.
thought that's what you were wearing when I first hopped on.
Yeah, see, they even kind of with the bear paws or whatever, the wolf paws. Yeah, so Orion ended up coming to play for me in Montana.
Nice.
Yeah, and so which was really neat. It was kind of a cool moment personally for me, since Peter and Darlene had known me since I was probably 7-8 years old. They've known me my whole life, and they're good friends of good friends of my family. Shut up. I'm glad you froze right there. Yeah, I've known them pretty much my whole life, 40 something years now. And so to get to coach their nephew was really neat. And then Orion's parents, Peter and Liz, came out to Montana for about a week to visit. So I finally got to meet them, and it was really cool. Obviously, I've got a standing invitation to come down there, but that ain't a cheap visit, as we know.
But we are due.
We are due for a lot of reasons now.
How ironic.
I know, it's crazy, but you know, they're just really, really great people, and the fact that I got to coach Orion was really neat. And so they asked me what my favorite hockey number was. I told them, and they sent me a jersey. It's got my name and number on the back and everything, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, so
That's awesome. Yeah,
that's where the jersey came from.
I thought you were wearing a Nordiques jersey, and I was going to say, did you see the Hartford Whalers versus Quebec Nordiques game the other night?
Oh, don't even get me started on it. We might have to do an episode on franchises wearing old jerseys.
Listen, I'm just going to say that. What are you looking for?
Well, the only reason I'm looking around is because they also sent me something else that was really neat. I might have to go find it later that we can talk about, but from an indigenous Australian people it's really neat. But anyways,
very cool. But yeah, this Nordiques game. Here's the thing.
By the way, sorry to interrupt. I just noticed my little pen holder is from ISII as well.
Nice.
I forgot I had that up there. Yeah, it's holding my pens right here in front of my computer. Nice. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
No, so we all know how I feel about Hartford. I love the Hartford Whalers jerseys. My favorite part is, do you know how many people in Hartford don't realize there's an H in the logo?
I know. Yeah, I know.
But
two of my favorite jerseys of all time are Hartford and Quebec.
Yeah, and so like coming back with the Quebec one, it took me, I think I was like in my early 30s when I realized that the N was actually an igloo.
It's not an elephant?
Like yeah, well, I knew it wasn't that. But,
a lot of people are claiming that since they wore them last night or whatever it was.
But so while I think those jerseys are cool, I love they did the full uniforms. Like I love it. It's sick. But
see, I don't. I think those jerseys belong in their towns. The Whalers jerseys belong in Hartford. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful jerseys. Two of my favorites of all time. Mm-hmm. But I hate it that Carolina wears them. I understand it's the same franchise. I understand the Avalanche are the Nordiques franchise. The one that really kills me is there's a couple actually, but the one that really gets me, Minnesota Wild going with the North Stars colors and everything. Like that's not the same franchise.
That franchise is chilling in Dallas.
Yeah, that's not the same franchise. Frankly, I wish Dallas had stuck with that green and gold. It's beautiful.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But
I just don't, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. Who's the other one? Someone else has done. Anyways, I don't know. I just not a fan of when that happens. As much as those are some of my favorite uniforms ever.
Yeah, times it's been okay. Is like Toronto has done like the old St. Pat's jerseys, and I think they did the arenas jerseys, but that was all Toronto that no longer even exists.
Like Vancouver did the Millionaires. Those were sick.
Yeah, those were super nice. Actually, didn't you use that as your Marquette model?
It was kind of a theme. Yeah, that was the model that we used with the color scheme anyways, for sure.
Yeah, and then I can't remember. I think you're right. There is another team. I love when LA goes to the purple and gold.
They should have never left it.
Yeah. However, I do like the jerseys now. I do like what they have. But like the Hartford thing is whenever, because I love when Hartford cries.
See, I don't like it in the NFL either. When the Tennessee Titans wear the Houston Oilers thing, it just doesn't work.
And Houston's got another team now too.
Yeah, well, Winnipeg Jets, they kept the name, they did all that. That's fine. You know, and Phoenix is long gone, and I really do like what they've done in Utah. So I don't see Utah trying to wear Phoenix crap.
Well, Phoenix is still technically an owned franchise. Everything, they can't do anything with it, and they're still desperately trying to get a team back there.
I know.
As is Atlanta,
and Houston.
Yeah, and Quebec, and this is kind of where I'm going with this. It's like, well, I love to see Hartford cry. Hartford should never again have an NHL team. I think I'm having a flashback to our first episode. And
yeah, you better watch yourself.
No, and it's but like with Quebec is screaming to get hockey back there, and then Colorado coming out wearing those is just like the ultimate slap in the face. It's like, hey guys, remember these?
And I honestly don't know. I do think I know there's a documentary, but I don't think it was done great. And maybe I missed some of the finer points of and I'm sure, like everything else, I'm sure it was financial, but why they left Quebec to begin with. But it is what it is. I know there was Hollywood involved because I remember that from the documentary. Some
Really?
Hollywood. Oh, dude, it was some big yeah, some big Hollywood director or producer or something that was involved in bringing them to Denver.
Was it the same
So
one
anyway,
involved with bringing Gretzky to LA?
no, 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 that was
Well,
his
I'm
wife.
looking it up right now.
that was Janet Jones. Yeah, but
Yeah, I know.
anyway, yeah, and that's when Jeremy's love of the Kings started. I told Jeremy today. I think ESPN is now the official home of LA Kings hockey. I was on the app yesterday, and all the upcoming games are Kings games.
Oh wow.
This is crazy.
We have 17 nationally broadcast games this year. We've already had like our first 2 home games are national broadcasts.
I really don't want to go on a rant about ESPN, but I feel like I'm about to, especially considering we have other things to do.
Keep it cool, Cookie. Keep it
But
cool.
ESPN like promotes their thing of having every NHL game, and they absolutely do not.
No,
They
not even close.
absolutely do not, because there are games I have not been able to watch that I wanted to, and yeah, and I only do streaming for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is financial. It's cheaper to do that because I don't need all those channels I'm not going to watch.
For now, it's cheaper, but now everything's separated to different apps. It's going to be cheaper to have cable
Well,
again.
I know. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, to get what I want, yeah, I don't. We'll see. Anyways,
It's ridiculous. Speaking of financial, the Quebec Nordiques moved to Colorado in 1995 because of financial difficulties, including the team being in the smallest market in the NHL and lack of government support.
I knew
So,
that was the big one, was the government support. I knew that was big.
yeah. So, like, you know, while people could be, I'm sure people come mad, but I guess the owner couldn't secure funding and without the government's help on things. But I
And I
didn't
wonder.
know Quebec was that small of a market.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, I know it's not as I don't. Well, I shouldn't say this. I don't know the answer to this, and I could look it up, but I'm not going to. How it is in size wise, population wise, in comparison to Montreal. I would imagine Montreal is bigger, but I don't
Oh,
know that.
Montreal's much bigger. Montreal's a huge metropolis.
No, I know that. I've been there. I've just never been to Quebec City, so I don't know, what Quebec City and the surrounding areas are like. I do think part of that too, when you mentioned the government, lack of help,
Hmm.
was also to do with trying to get a new arena, which is always, a big sticking point for any franchise in any sport.
Yeah.
So
Which is funny because so the Capitals were going to move their team to just south of Alexandria. It actually would have been like 20 minutes from me, like a easy 20-minute drive. And but I almost said the Redskins. The Commanders almost did the same thing. They bought land, saying they were going to move their stadium to actually where I am now. And the funny part about it is everybody somehow, not everybody realizes. I realize this. I'm like, this is a bluff. Like, you say you're going to buy all this land, there's going to be an uprising. And, the Capitals did that. And I think the Capitals really would. They had a really good plan to where they were going to go. But then DC was like, no, 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 and stepped in. And now there's like a ton of money coming in. That's why we're going through all of our renovations right now.
one of these days we need to do, and it won't take long. Well, I mean, depends. We need to do a list of every professional sports team and their name. I'm right off the top of that. I'll say the Dallas Cowboys, but every single team and what the name they are and where they actually play.
Yeah. I mean, you got the New York Jets, New York Giants.
They don't play in New York.
Yep.
The Dallas Cowboys that don't play in Dallas.
No, they used to though. They used to be right there.
In the 60s.
Where was the
Texas Stadium was in Irving.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so Irving's not one of those things where it's kind of part of Dallas. Is it really its own city?
It's its own city. It's a suburb. Yeah, it's its own place. Yeah.
I do remember driving. I do remember when I can't remember what that highway was when we'd go into Dallas, and you'd always be like, "Oh, this is where the stadium used to be."
Well, it's right where like 183, Loop 12, and all that converge. There's like a triangle there.
Yeah.
But then I'll give DC a pass because Landover, Maryland, and all that kind of stuff. I'll give DC a pass because it's not a massive area, and there's far more important buildings in DC than
But their RFK is in DC, the one that they're tearing down. So like they played at RFK for a long time. Now they play. It used to be called FedEx. Now it's called Northwest Stadium. That's in Landover. But RFK Stadium is actually in DC. In fact,
I
you can.
thought I thought RFK was in Landover too.
No, you can actually see it straight from the Capitol building.
Oh, all right. Well,
And so RFK, but now they're tearing down RFK and they're going to build a new stadium on RFK grounds. So it will technically be back in DC.
yeah.
And actually, all DC's teams play in DC. So the Nationals are right down in the harbor. So yeah, but yeah, they were, and actually the Capitals used to play in Maryland. That's where they started, was a place in Maryland. But
Actually,
yeah,
I
you're right,
didn't know
man.
that.
There's a lot of them, huh?
There's a lot. Yeah, we can get into that one day, but not now because we have something way more important. Something
Cookie's
I've been dying to do this for a while, and I'm being nice to you to start with, primarily because options were relatively, I won't say slim, but finding something that I thought would work for this was harder than I thought it was going to be. But that's fine. You know, I've got two videos. They're both on the same topic, both on the same, you know, I don't know what the best word is, same area of the topic, which of course, again, as I'm representing Australia right now, and as I'm looking at this, I think the first highlight is Australia. Shut up. I know what you're doing. Yes, it is in fact cricket highlights. I'm making John watch cricket highlights. And
Let
so
me
what
tell
we're
you,
gonna
man, you've beefed this up so much.
well, I think, you know, I honestly do. So and I've said this to you already. There are essentially three forms of cricket. Only one of which I think you would actually honestly thoroughly enjoy.
Now, do you think I'll enjoy it because I enjoy baseball? Is it a relation thing?
Yeah, yes and no. I think you'll enjoy it because of that, but because the action's really fun and pretty fast paced, surprisingly. I know that sounds weird when you're talking about cricket. So T20 cricket is the one I'm referring to, and that's where, at least in this first video, a lot of the highlights I think come. Wait, which video do I have up first?
South
Yeah.
Africa, England, Australia, New Zealand. You're on deck. Like this is your time. India.
Oh, India, Pakistan, West Indies, all the Caribbean, in fact.
You're up, guys.
Yeah. But T20 cricket, I actually do think you would not only watch, but I think you would thoroughly enjoy.
Well, I mean, let's remember, I did say I wanted to learn the game and I wanted to learn to play. Have you ever held a cricket ball?
I haven't held a cricket ball or a bat. I would love to own both.
So when I lived in Albany, there's a park. Me and my friends would go and we'd like either play football or like even ultimate frisbee down there when the weather got nice. And there's people playing cricket, like just kind of, I think not officially, just kind of hitting the ball and whatever.
Well, you know, where the rink in Valley Ranch has become a very India central kind of community. There's a lot of Indians living in Valley Ranch area. And I've driven, well, not recently because I don't live there anymore, but you know, when I was back coaching the Blackhawks and HC Dallas, you know, I would drive that kind of outside road to get to the rink, and there's parks over there, and there was always somebody throwing cricket balls around and hitting cricket balls.
They're kind of like, I don't know. The one I felt was weird. It felt like you ever felt like a really old tennis ball? It felt like a smaller, really old tennis ball, like like the felt on it and stuff like that.
Felt on a cricket ball. They're leather.
Then I don't know what these guys are playing.
You
with
weren't. Yeah, you were holding something out. They're leather, and they're hard as a rock. I think they're harder than
this one was hard. It was like it was hard. And
I think they're
small.
hard. Yeah,
it was a little bit smaller than a baseball.
I think they're roughly the same size, but they're leather. Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if these guys had something specifically for like parks and outside. Maybe
they might have something that doesn't travel as far.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because they were all playing and they were all
there's similar kind of balls for like golf training that you can take full swings and they're not going to go as far, you know, that kind of thing. But cricket balls and cricket bats are very expensive, as we talk about expense in sports. And then you have three different types of cricket balls because of the different versions of cricket. T20 cricket, they use the white ball. Test cricket, they use a red ball, and then there's Actually, I guess there's technically 4 different versions because they've created a new kind of thing to where it goes day into night instead of just playing either night or day, and they use a pink ball that it kind of shows up
I
better
guess
in both.
you see it better.
In
Yeah,
both,
the
yeah.
cricket ball is a little bit smaller than a baseball, so it was
Yeah,
the
touch
ball I
smaller.
held was the right size, and the seams on it were the right way. But yeah, I see this is the red.
Very much red leather, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's weird. The seams are the same. They were bigger seams on it than this,
And
and
here's the thing that's crazy when you know, because you and I are baseball guys, but as I've said, and you know this by now, I've become a massive fan over the last 15 years or so, or maybe even longer than that now, of cricket. They, you know, in baseball, you hit a foul ball or you hit a home run, that ball's gone, you get a new ball. They use the new ball I mean, if it goes into the stands, which it does frequently, they throw it back. You keep using the new ball until a certain point. There's a certain point, especially in like test cricket or whatever, you get to a certain point when it's time for the new ball, and they talk about that, like you're leading up to the new ball, and it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing because the new ball reacts very differently than the old ball.
so it's
they're
kind
like
of part of the game, like the new
part of the
ball.
strategy is leading up to the new ball.
Oh. So
Yeah,
when did they decide to use a new ball?
it's well, there's specific because in cricket there instead of well there are innings, but it's different than what we think of. But they're overs. An over is 6 bowled, or as we would say, pitched balls. So one over is 6 of those. T20 cricket is 20 overs per team. So each team basically gets to see 120 balls. Now there might be more because I won't get into all the rules because frankly I don't know them all, but kind of the basics is each team gets 20 overs, or you know you get to 10 wickets, or in our as we would call it 10 outs. And if you but it's T20 cricket. The reason I think you like it is it's faster paced because it is only 20 overs. The games only last, it's same as baseball. You know, you're talking 2.5 hours roughly. In fact, they're timed. Like you can get penalized if you go too long and you're the bowling team. If you are taking too long for your 20 overs, you can actually get penalized.
So this game was founded in the 1500s.
Yeah.
16th century
It's one of the
Southeast
oldest-
England.
It's one of the oldest sports on the planet.
That's I mean, when you think of old sports, I mean, you're talking wrestling is Greco wrestling, obviously, is up there. But I mean, 1500s. So they barely knew about us over here, and they're creating this sport over there. And last in Olympics in 1900 in Cookie, 2028 cricket's coming back to the Olympics.
Back. Yeah.
Where are the 20? Is that the Los Angeles ones? So it's coming back, and it's going to be here.
Coming back. Yeah.
Guys, you need to like and subscribe and engage in this. So Cookie and I are wanted people at the Olympics, so this lunatic can go watch cricket.
Well, we can anyways. I think I told you this. There's a professional cricket league in the United States now.
Yeah, but we're talking like the big dogs.
But no, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the other thing that's different about cricket that I think would be cool in hockey, but it would never work. There's not another sport we follow in this country that this would work for. But cricket seasons for their leagues are not really long. They're actually pretty condensed. We're talking a couple months.
Wow.
So these guys all play in leagues all around the world.
Oh, so it's not like rugby where.
And they're not all playing together. Like you go to the English Premier League, or the India Premier League, or the Big Bash down in Australia, or whatever I don't remember all the names, but you know, and in the United States, it's called, God, I already forgot what it's called in the US. But anyways, they essentially, I don't think that's like a draft. It kind of is, but there is essentially a draft in all these leagues. Some guys get, stay with the same team for a bit, but like if you're playing with one team in India, which is the Premier League, like everybody will say, the India League is the Premier League. The leagues in Australia and New Zealand are the one in England. They call it county cricket. It's great, but it's not the same.
Okay.
But that India League, there's great documentaries. Honestly, go find them on Netflix. They're really freaking cool. But if those same teams don't stick together and go to another league, like those teams, those players kind of scatter and will be playing against each other in the next league.
So it's not like MLS here where we'll get guys at the end of their career for Premier Soccer or like
no.
rugby. The guys that come here aren't quite.
There are big names in cricket that are playing in the U.S. that are not like at the end of their careers. They're in the middle of their careers.
So before we watched the first video, I was looking up a little bit of cricket here, and then there's a thing that says glossary of cricket terms. And
don't test me because I definitely don't know them all. I don't know what a googly
I'm not
is.
testing you, but they have a sketch in here. It looks like a very old sketch. It looks like the kind of sketch, oh yeah, from the July 1920. And there's a young cricketer, and he says, yes, I cocked one off the splice in the gully, and the blighter gathered it. Father, yes, but how did you get out? Were you caught, stumped, or bowled, or what? What?
I knew. So the words I knew there were gully, stumped, bowled. What else did you say? I knew those three.
It says, were you caught, stumped, or bowled?
Caught. Yeah, I knew that.
And then
stumped,
the other one was
gully. I knew.
I cocked one off the splice in the gully.
Don't know that.
And the blighter gathered it.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know what the blighter is. I'm sure there's a new term for that now.
Maybe let's go because this is alphabetical. So let's look up blighter real quick here. And because I'm an immature brat, I need to know what cocked means.
I might be able to guess blighter, but I'm not even going to try.
Blighter's not even in the thing here. Did I read it right?
Yeah, I don't know. But while you're looking at that, I will tell you the videos I found to keep it kind of simple it's the best. So the first video is from just last year, the T20 World Cup, which is really cool. Like watching the T20 World Cup is great because it's all the top countries playing against each other in T20 cricket. These are the best catches of the T20 World Cup from last year.
Oh, I'm gonna love this. I already know. Like I love. Did you see who's that guy that plays for? Shit, now I can't remember who he plays for. But he's been making like over the wall catches in Major League, like during regular season.
Oh yeah.
Like just unbelievable catches, man.
There's gonna be some of these catches that I'm gonna have to explain something to you. And because I haven't watched the full videos yet, but I've seen a little bit of it, and there's already a couple that I'm gonna have to explain.
Cookie, there's a lot you're gonna have to explain.
Well, not really, because they're catches, but there's some that I'm definitely gonna have to explain. Not only why they're able to do it, but why it's so impressive. So the first video is from, like I said, last year's T20 World Cup.
Do they wear gloves or anything?
Only the wicket keeper, which we would know as a catcher, but the wicket keeper is the only one that wears gloves.
I was about to get so mad at you. Like, what the fuck is that? So the wicket keeper is basically like the catcher. He wears your. What about? But I saw the batter has like, it looks like old street hockey goalie pads on.
So the batters both they wear leg pads to protect because I mean these balls are coming in.
This is why
they're bouncing in.
And when I'm seeing what this ball actually is, makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So there's a couple things they wear. They wear the leg pads. They wear gloves that have big pads on the back.
Okay. So like on the knuckles, like on the back part of the hand there?
The whole back of the hand, knuckles, all that. So they get hit there. Still hurts like hell. Some of them wear, not like baseball guys wearing full armor, but some of them have like a pad on their forearm, but it's very thin. Like, I don't even know why they bother, honestly.
Just kind of like a plastic thing, maybe?
Maybe. And then they also have a hip pad that you can't see because it's underneath their pants because they wear long pants. They don't wear shorts.
It's almost like dress attire, huh? Like,
well, that's for test cricket when they wear the all whites.
That's what this picture must be because they're in all white.
Test cricket, the teams wear all white. And then they wear helmets with a mask for obvious reasons because these balls are bouncing, coming in hot. And recently they've made it mandatory. There's this piece which you might see sometimes. It's going to be harder in this because it's mainly about the catches. There's a little piece. It's hard to explain that goes kind of behind the ear. And some guys never wore them. They've made them mandatory now because some people have been hit there and died on the spot.
I was about to say, you get hit there, you lights out.
People have literally been killed in cricket more often than they care to talk about. Wow. The most recent one was not long ago. I mean, when I say not long, I'm talking only like, and then there's probably been more since then, but I remember the one from 5 years ago, maybe, where a guy got hit just like, so they made that extra piece mandatory now that kind of goes all the way around the back too. So you kind of see that, but even the mask comes down and around because they get hit a lot. I mean, and in some cases they're intentionally trying to get hit. You'll see them. You won't see it in this. Where they'll stick their leg out because again that gets into rules that we're not going to get into now. Eventually,
to cut you off one more time before you play the video, there's just a picture here of like the history of the cricket bat. The earliest one they have in this display is 1729, which means the sport's already been around for about at least 100 years at this point. A little bit longer. It looks like a field hockey stick. The first one, it's thin. It looks just like a field hockey stick, and then it turns into looking like an oar.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they are now, eventually, essentially.
And now they look like fraternity paddles.
There's some really cool videos on cricket bats too, because like these guys, baseball, you break a bat, the bat's done. These guys will break or crack a bat, they'll get it repaired and continue to use it. Now they've also got a bunch of bats, but they have their favorite bat, and their favorite bat gets broken or cracked. There are specialists, particularly in India, they can send it to, and they will have it repaired.
Interesting.
You've given me a hard time, understandably, and people joke all the time about my love of cricket. It's really fascinating sport.
I mean, it's definitely. It's funny. It's non-traditional for main sports. They hold on to a lot of tradition.
Oh, 100%. Especially when you're talking about test cricket. That's the one that's like can be 5 days. It's all about tradition. I mean, that's all it's about is tradition.
All right. Well, you got me on the hook here, Cookie.
That's the one you're not going to like, and you probably wouldn't like what they call an ODI, a one-day international, which unlike T20 cricket, which is 20 overs, one-day internationals are 50 overs. So they still last basically a day.
Okay.
They're cool, though. I enjoy them. Test cricket, you would hate because it's slow as hell. It's just, I love it.
It's one of those things where like you have to get into cricket before you watch.
Because when you're talking about test cricket, and we'll get into this here in just a second. When you're talking about test cricket, that's more of the chess match, like legitimate test match, or chess match where you're moving pieces and it's a slower pace, and they take breaks for tea, they take breaks for lunch. They literally have a tea break. I mean, that's not me just saying that. They literally have a tea break in test cricket. So
the Indian Premier League launched in 2008, becoming one of the richest sports leagues in the world.
Dude, it's unbelievable. The crowds are insane.
The stadium's massive.
Dude, the crowds are nuts. The crowds in the Caribbean leagues are nuts. The crowds in Australia and New Zealand are pretty cool, but it's not the same. India, dude, the documentaries on the Indian Premier League are so fun to watch.
So this is big, right, in the Caribbean?
Oh, yeah, like West Indies is one of the best countries in the world as far as cricket goes.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's where I first discovered cricket. That's where I first fell in love with cricket. I told the story a long time ago about almost moving to St. Kitts in the Virgin Islands. And that ended about 2 days into a 10-day trip, my relationship. And so I had 8 days to figure out what to do, and I played some golf. But I also discovered cricket sitting at the casino bar because I don't gamble. So I sat at the casino bar drinking, and I just watched cricket because actually the World Cup was going on at the time in Nevis. So St. Kitts and Nevis are kind of sister islands there.
Okay.
And this World Cup was going on in Nevis, and I was desperately trying to figure out how to get over there. I never did. But that's when I first discovered cricket, and I've been in love with it since.
Wow. I mean, the more I'm looking at even the pictures of him, like now the things you're saying make kind of sense. Because some of these pictures, there's like no, what do you call the catcher?
The wicket keeper.
Yeah. So a lot of these don't have that at all. And this distance from where the guy is throwing the ball to the batter, very far.
The wicket keeper's always there. It just depends on where he's standing. So,
okay.
I have to give you one more little nugget before we go into this. So the wicket keeper, if they have a spin bowler is the guy that he only takes a couple steps and he's really just spinning it, trying to get it to move a lot. He will stand, a foot away from the wickets because that ball is not coming fast. If it's a fast bowler, they have fast bowlers, medium fast bowlers, and spinners. If it's a fast bowler or even a medium fast bowler, he'll be 30 feet behind because that thing.
Okay, because this guy's right on the poles over here.
So that's a spin bowler then that's coming at him because it's not coming very hard, but it's coming with a ton of spin. And the idea is that spin's going to create so much movement that if the batter misses the ball and his foot is outside of the crease, as they call it, or whatever, he can hit the wickets. As he catches it, he can hit the wickets with his hand, and that guy's out.
Oh, this is crazy.
I know there's a lot. We're not going to get to it all tonight, but I'm going to pull this up here. So this first video again is this is from the T20 World Cup last year. There's no sound. I killed the sound mainly because the second video I think is all in Hindi. So,
Look at you, by the way, sharing screens all smooth and effortless now. What a fucking pro.
hey, I do what I do. I do what I do. All right, here we go. So this is just about 3.5 minute video here. So anytime you want me to stop, just let me know. So here we go. But that was
Fast are they throwing? Holy shit.
Well, that was the spin bowler, so not super fast. See, it's kind of looping in, and he's
yeah.
So
I mean, but that ball when they're hitting it, it's on you.
And the field's nowhere near as big as like a baseball field.
Ooh, that's like some Derek Jeter shit right there.
Dude, these guys are, as you mentioned earlier, no gloves except for the wicket keeper. So these guys this ball is harder than a baseball.
Look at that, man. That's reaction.
Dude,
that's impressive.
That's another, yeah. This is one I might have to explain. Oh, no, it's not. Never
that
mind.
Thing looked like it was launched. That's actually, you know how hard it is to catch a ball like that?
I think it's definitely harder than with a glove. We can all admit that.
Yeah.
And I know so that was dude, that's a fast bowler. So that ball's coming up. That's West Indies, by the way, in the maroon here. That's West Indies. I mean,
oh, whoa. There's people behind you?
So so
I see you're talking about the wicket keeper is way back there.
He's further back because this is a faster bowler. So, and I'm going to get blown up for this because I don't get too deep into, and by the way, this is Pakistan and India, I believe. Pakistan's a phenomenal team too. Not quite to the level of India and Australia and South Africa and New Zealand and all that, and England. I think there's 10. And someone in the comments is going to eat me up for this because I keep claiming how I'm a big fan and I'm screwing this up. But
we're American, man. Don't expect a lot from us.
Yeah. I think it's 10 or 11 guys on the field. Now, that's the other interesting thing. Again, we could go all night, and I'm not going to know all the rules, so I'm going to make myself look like an even bigger idiot than I already am. We all know that.
Which is hard for him to do.
But you might be able to tell if you look. I'm pointing at it as if you can see just above the wicket keeper's helmet that's laying on the ground back there. By the way, if the ball hits that, they
hits what?
His helmet that's just laying on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
That's a free run for the batting team.
That helmet's not just there for somebody else; it's part of the game too.
That's the wicket keeper's helmet. So clearly they've also got a spin bowler, and he's just keeping the helmet there, assuming he's gonna. Normally they do. It rarely happens where it hits the helmet. But if you look above it, you kind of see a little white dot.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you look at the fielder just under his arm, there's another white dot. And over by the T20, there's a white dot. Those white dots go in a circle all around at a certain distance. So they have what's called the power play. And that's where they start the game or start an inning. So even both teams. The power play means only all the fielders have to be inside that. I think there could only be 1 or 2 fielders allowed outside of that. It's to promote essentially offense. So you don't have people outside that line. So if the ball gets hit out there, they're going to have to, once the ball's hit, they can go out there, but they can't start out there.
I'm looking at a picture of the field here, and it's the 30-yard circle. The 30-yard circle, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know the actual distance, but that's in T20 cricket. I think, and again, people can correct me if I'm wrong, I think maybe one-day international, but maybe not. Or one-day international might do multiple power plays within an inning. But in T20, that's how they start. It's like the first 4 or 5 overs, maybe more than that. It might be more than that, probably more than that. So again, I'm going to get some things wrong here, but you get the general idea. It's to promote more offense early on. So anyways, yeah, that's what those dots are.
So he basically caught that almost like a foul ball.
But yes and no, because the best.
But everything's in play.
Everything's in play. The best hitters in the world aren't just launching balls straight in front of them. They're able to, and a lot of times they're not even taking full swings. They're literally just turning the bat and letting it deflect up over those fielders to go behind them. Because if a ball hits the ground and rolls and hits that boundary you see where not the Coca-Cola ones, but the boundary below it, if it rolls or bounces into that, that's 4 runs. If it clears it in the air, it's 6 runs. Now, obviously, if they just hit it, they're running back and forth, and they run once, that's 1 run. They can get 2, that's 2 runs.
They go in just this little dirt area here.
They just run back and forth. And when they're running, the bat is considered part of their body. So you can see like Babar right now from Pakistan, he's holding his bat back. That's because a really sneaky, and it's kind of a there's controversy surrounding this, kind of a shady thing. If he just started running, technically speaking, and I can't remember, there's a name for it, and someone in the comments will tell me, probably our good buddy Sinbad. But technically speaking, the bowler, if he notices the batter or on this end that's running, pulls his bat beyond the line, he can just turn around and throw the ball at the wickets, and that guy's out. Now it's very controversial.
Oh.
It's kind of one of those ethical things. They don't, it's kind of the unwritten rule. You just don't do that.
Right.
But if a guy's being really, cheesy about getting an advantage, screw him, I say.
Yeah.
But I understand the ethical side of it too. If it's just kind of
okay, so you keep talking about the wickets now. If the bowler throws the ball and hits the wickets,
the batter's out.
Okay.
Not the runner on this. Babar on this end is the runner. They both have to run, obviously, but to start it, Babar right in this scenario is the runner. I don't know who that is batting right now. He's the batter. If he throws and hits the wickets, he's out. Now, this is where you get really confused. If he throws and it hits that guy's pads in the path of the wickets, he's out.
Okay, so like he can't step in front of them.
They will.
A lot of these guys, when they're hitting the ball, they step in front of them.
No, they do that because the whole idea is to protect the wickets. But if it hits his pad without hitting the bat, and it's determined by the umpire in the pink here that it would have hit the wickets, that guy's out. Now they've also got, as I told you in a previous episode, the review process, in my opinion, for cricket is miles ahead of what baseball has right now. The technology is unbelievable. So they can actually, they only have so many reviews, but they can call a timeout if that's deemed that either team, if the bowling team thinks it should be an out, they can call for review. Same with the batting team if they don't think it was an out. And they have these really spectacular technology to show where the ball would have ended up. And at that point, it's out of the umpire's hand. He just has to go with what the computer said. Yeah, it's the technology is unbelievable. But the idea is to prevent the ball from taking out the wickets. And even sometimes, it rarely happens, but sometimes it'll hit the wickets. The main thing you see on the top there, the two little things, if those pop off, that's the out. Sometimes, rare, and it only happens if it just slightly touches it, it'll hit the actual three stumps because the wickets are on top. It'll hit the three stumps, but not hard enough to actually knock the wicket off, which is rare because it doesn't take a lot to knock those off. And if it doesn't knock those off, the guy's not out.
Oh, okay.
But again,
it doesn't off.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Normally it does just because of physics, but it's rare because it doesn't take much the way they're designed. They're almost kind of like springs waiting to bust in a way.
Yeah.
So anyways, all right. But yeah, that's that same.
That's a really good. I mean,
that's actually USA. That was USA versus Pakistan. This is Australia and England.
I can see. Oh, so I can see everybody was inside those dots, and he hoofed it. He had to hoof it to get back there.
Yeah. Well, that's South Africa, not Australia. My bad. That's Australia. I guess if I was paying attention, they're saying who it is on the bottom.
Afghanistan.
Yep. Afghanistan's not bad. They're not great. They're not bad. It looks like
these ones that go behind you, man, are crazy. Because like that's a big flat bat, so like you have to, perfectly it has to hit the bat to just kind of take the spin like that.
See, that's one right there. Here, let me back it up. As I was telling you, sometimes they'll just angle it to get it over. So if you watch close, he's not taking a swing. He's taking advantage of a high ball and just angling the bat to get it over everybody's head for runs. So watch. Right here.
Oh yeah. It almost looks like he was defending his face.
Yeah, but he's doing that intentionally to try and get, cheap runs, but there's a fielder back there. This is later and the power play's not on. There's more guys in the field.
What a grab.
I'm waiting for one of those I have to explain. Haven't had it yet. I will in the other video, I know for sure.
Goddamn handsome Australians.
Those pricks. Mitchell Stark, he's a stud. I mean, that ball's coming at you in a hurry.
I wonder how fast these things are coming.
Well, these guys, the the fast bowlers are, it's like baseball. I mean, they can get into the hundreds. Oh, is this one I'm going to have to explain? Nope.
But I could see that would have cleared that little thing.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I mean,
It's the cricket equivalent of robbing a home run.
I mean, that's the thing is like these balls. I mean, when you have a baseball glove on, yeah, but like these are small, very light colored balls. They don't have they have the seams on them, but they don't have the deep seams like baseballs do. It's harder to pick up. Look at this. It looks like a golf ball.
Well, and there's one I have to explain. Okay, here we go.
He caught it, threw it in the air, fell out of bounds, and went back and recaught it.
So this is the equivalent of saving a home run in cricket. He threw it while he was still in play, threw it back into play, ran around, got back in play, and caught it. Otherwise, it would have been a 6.
That's like when a punter.
Here you go. Here's a good angle of it. Yeah.
That's like when a punter punts it and the guy jumps and keeps it at the 1 yard line.
I mean, those are unreal. This is
unreal.
This is athleticism at its finest.
That's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
I would go bonkers if I saw it. Look at everybody in the background. Yeah, I would go bonkers if I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got one more here. This one,
by the way, this is the most I've ever seen of cricket, so I had no idea, even like of these kind of catches and stuff. Like I knew nothing.
Well, this one's a little longer. We don't have to watch all of it, but this is billed as top 15 unbelievable catches in cricket history ever. So there's some old ones in here. I don't know how. I mean, this was posted a year ago, but it also might be just an older video. General, you can even tell from the first thing you're going to see here. Mm-hmm. But you can see like why I dig this stuff, man. It's fun.
I'm already I'll be honest with you, even just off that first video, because just again coming from a baseball background, you love to watch those great catches.
By the way, I feel like there's a old baseball commercial that I feel like Major League Baseball stole an idea from this video when you watch it. And you might remember the one I'm talking about where the guy's getting interviewed during batting practice and he just turns around and catches the ball. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah, when he's talking to the lady and it was the guy in the Rays. It was Evan. Was it Evan Rodriguez?
Evan Rodriguez. He plays for he plays hockey for
No, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the Florida Panthers guy, but there's a guy.
I don't know who it was. No, it was an American guy, pretty sure.
Because he played for. I'm almost positive it was Tampa Bay.
He had a very, I say an American guy. That was a terrible thing to say. A very like English name. Let's put it that way. Very American, Caucasian English name. Anyways, I think they stole the idea from this. Just gonna throw that out there.
What's gonna happen? Yep.
So yeah. Here we go. Yeah, you can tell these are old. This is test cricket. I'm not sure why they're showing that. It's not really a catch. That is, though. Almost. Did he catch it? I haven't watched this video yet. Like, that's coming at you in a hurry, man.
Yeah, I didn't think about the guy throwing the ball. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. Those are coming at him in a freaking, I mean.
Look at KFC, a big-time sponsor.
Oh, yeah, KFC's big over in Australia in particular.
Okay, it's the same one over and over again.
Yeah, I know.
That has to hurt the hell out of you guys. Look at him. He can't even be mad.
Oh,
wow.
See, again, I haven't watched this full video yet. By the way, this is only number 14.
It's funny because like the uniforms these guys are wearing almost just looks like it looks like men's league baseball on the weekends.
And here's the thing too. Beautiful catch. If any part of his body touched that boundary, it's a 6.
Really? Okay, so it's not just the ball.
4. It might be a 6. Yeah. That's why you saw that guy earlier throw it back in. And kind of like, oh boy, this looks bad.
Oh, that wasn't as bad of a collision, but still scary. Oh, I love this stadium. They showed it the wide angle real quick. You can see the pillars in it, so it looks like an older building. I love that stuff.
Right in the face.
Oh, yeah, he did catch it in the face a little bit. Not too bad, though. Could have broke his wrist really easily, though.
The only thing about this video is there are way too many replays.
And, oh, man, great camera work by these guys.
Oh, they have cameras everywhere, yeah.
But, I mean, just like tracking that ball.
Yeah.
Oh, they're. This reminds me of like hockey one timers. They're dropping down to a knee.
Yeah. God.
I see, because he's looking back to see where that boundary was.
Yeah. My favorite part is they'll make this great catch and they'll just throw the ball up because at that point
Yeah.
it's already the play's over. He's just gonna say, "Yep, I don't need this ball anymore. You can have it." They actually give it back to. I'm wondering why they're showing stuff that aren't catches. That's weird.
It's weird. I mean, I wonder if it's just part of whatever we can't hear.
Which is, by the way, in Hindi. So I could.
Wouldn't matter if we could hear it.
I could play it. Let's see.
Ooh.
You hear that?
No.
I turned the volume up, but it was just literally all in Hindi. No idea what they're saying. Anyways.
Is that
oh, here you go. Here's a wicket keeper. Oh, he caught it too.
Yeah.
And it didn't actually hit him in the nuts.
Nope. Using that thigh gap. Is the wicket keeper wearing a mask? He has to be.
Yeah, he wears the same kind of helmet as the batters.
I was
and
gonna say,
he's
his face would be destroyed.
Yeah, and he wears the leg pads as well. He's got a. They call it a. They don't call it a cup. They call it a. Oh, what do they call it?
Baby saver.
Again, the comments are going to get me for this.
Look at why are they having such a.
They're giving him shit for not getting hit in the nuts.
Maybe. Like, something about his gloves. He was worried about getting it and dropping it. Maybe.
No, by then I think it's done.
Oh,
I think they're just making fun of him.
that's crazy. That has to burn so bad.
Yeah. These old stadiums are sick though. Oh, big catch in the crowd.
Nice.
Oh, that ball was launched. Where's it going? Oh, another nice catch in the crowd. There are some, they keep track of some of these leagues will keep track of catches in the crowd, like clean catches like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll keep track of them throughout the season, and every one is worth $1 value for a donation to a charity.
Nice.
Yeah, but you'll see
something they should do in baseball.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, you get the idea here. We don't have to watch all these. Maybe I'll fast forward to West Indies versus Vancouver Knights. Is that what that said? Wait a minute.
I don't know.
It does say Vancouver Knights. Crazy. Let's see what top kind of whatever are. I don't even know what number we're at here.
Look at USA making highlights.
I don't think that was USA. That might have been England that time. This is number 2. These are old enough that I don't know if those were USA. And actually, I don't even know these. Oh, this is the Dream 11. So this is in the Dream 11 is, I think, in New Zealand.
Oh, look at that.
No way. Because he can throw it to a teammate. And he did. Yep.
That's sick.
And he didn't touch the rope. And he did not touch the rope.
And the genius of launching it way up in the air so guys time to get it.
That's sick. That's only number 2.
Wow.
What's number 1 going to be?
Unbelievable.
Oh, this really, they're claiming this is, we already know this is bullshit.
It's just funny because this looks intentional. That guy's like winding it up.
Yeah. Anyways, so finally got John to watch some cricket.
I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm sold. Like, that's faster, way faster than I ever thought.
I like I said, I legit think you would like T20 cricket. And the cool thing would be, especially if we were, in the same room and we could hang out on the couch, have some drinks and watch and react live to like a World Cup game or India Premier game or whatever. That'd be sick. So you could
2028 All Eagles podcast going to Los Angeles.
Well, even before that, yeah. I mean, we got to go to Australia. I would love to get you to watch the Ashes with me, but I know you wouldn't. Ashes is the
Ashes.
Ashes is the Test cricket. I don't think it's an annual thing. I think it's every couple of years. The Ashes is Australia versus England, and they literally play for this little. It's like a little urn with ashes in it, not human ashes, obviously, but it's this little.
I mean, not obviously.
It's called the ash.
Okay, so here's like the U.S. I just looked up like a national. I didn't look up the men's national team. I was just looking for U.S. cricket. Oh, Major League Cricket. Here we go.
Major League Cricket, that's what it's called. Yeah. I know there's a team in Texas. I think I told you it plays out of Grand Prairie, right by the horse track.
They
It's the
got a
old
team in New York.
Yep. I think
We
there's
got a
one
team here in
LA.
Washington.
Do they? Oh, well, looks like
It
road
says
trip.
TBD. It says to be determined for stadium. So maybe they're new. The Washington Freedom. We just cannot get away from naming teams.
It's
And
just,
the D is a cricket bat, but it looks like a bad World Trade Center. Red, white, and blue uniforms. What do you know?
shock. Yeah. The Texas team is yellow and orange. Seattle's got a team. San Francisco, or New York, sorry. And
Dude, I'm
LA.
always down for a trip to Seattle to go. Let me see here. Schedule.
By the way, shout out Seattle. Shout out to our trainer, Sarah Robinson.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we finally were able to announce it publicly. She's been hired as an athletic trainer for the new PWHL team in Seattle. We're going to miss her here. Hate that she's going, but love it for her. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. What are you talking about? The Washington Freedom logo. What are you looking at?
The word freedom they had. So like this one I see has got the eagle with the
Yeah,
shield.
that's the one I'm looking at. Yeah.
The other one, it was like it said freedom, and the D stem, the stem of the D was a cricket bat.
I love that LA and Texas are the only ones using names that that are kind of related to Indian cricket, the Knight Riders and the Super Kings, because the Super Kings is a big thing over in India, and so is the Knight Riders is similar to something over there.
Okay, so they're playing in Grand Prairie, I see. Dallas. Oh, they played, and it's weird because they also played. There's another. Oh, Washington played New York in Dallas, so I guess they.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing. Yeah, I think they're playing. Where's the? When do they start up again?
I don't think they played any games in
over
Washington.
the summer. So July, they do July and June and July. But again, like I was telling you, these leagues don't last long.
Yeah, Washington had a team, but they didn't play a single game in Washington.
No, and I think that's kind of they do a lot of that stuff in the other leagues too, where they keep it pretty centralized. So
the San Francisco Unicorns.
Stop it.
That's what they're called.
I know. The logo is actually pretty cool.
Wait, why'd you say stop? Oh, I wasn't meaning any kind of reference on it. I just think the name is funny.
I don't know what the New York one is.
Hold on, I just saw it.
Hurricanes, maybe?
There's Los Angeles Knight Riders.
Seattle Orcas is kind of cool.
Yeah.
New York's is weird. I don't understand what New York's is. Ace? No. What?
Yeah, but it looks like an MI.
Oh, never mind. That's not Ace. What?
It's MINY.
I know. That's what I'm looking at too. I don't know. I don't understand what they're.
Let me go to standings, and it just says MI New York.
I have no idea.
So I don't know what the MI means.
I don't either.
That's the only team that has a name like that. Washington led the whole league last year.
Did they?
Oh, yeah, they were 8-2.
And Texas was right behind them.
Yep. So it starts in July, it looks like.
Yeah, I saw that. So New York, they play in Brooklyn, Marine Park in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I saw that.
But let me see too. So just give you an idea of names. So looking at stats, Faf Duplessis is South African. He's a huge name. Quentin de Kock is a huge name. Stop it.
I wouldn't think anything about it if you didn't say anything.
Stop it.
You're making it bad.
Bracewell is a big name. I mean, there's just a lot of big names in this league. Yeah.
It gives you an idea how much stuff is worth because, like, in 12 matches, this Mitchell Owen guy had 313 runs. I don't know what an NO means.
Not out. So they finished. He finished their innings, which is the 20 overs. He finished his still up at bat. He wasn't out. So
okay. Out. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. It was fast too, man. It's a lot faster than I would have gave it credit for. So, Cookie, You're going to go ahead and be able to stand on an "I told you so." And we all know how much I do not like those coming my way, but
You're welcome.
you certainly got it. So I'm definitely gonna, now that I know it starts in July, we're gonna have
My
a big
goal,
store.
my goal. Oh, we do have an announcement, but not yet. Got
Yeah,
some
we do.
things-
Yeah, we can.
You want to? You want to do it now?
100% do. I'm pumped.
I'm pumped too. I just thought we wanted to work out some of the details.
We got
But
the yes. The details will come. We don't have to really get
all
into
right,
like
we got the
exactly
yes.
the full plan.
We got the yes. All right.
We're so in May, end of May, early June, we're going to be in Nashville for the Wish Cup. Everyone who was on remembers we had Colby Collier here, the guy who organized the Wish Cup, an idea that came from his kid being a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. Also, another familiar name we'll see there is Tanner Mortensen, which plays in the Wish Cup. And then I always talk about Johnny Schiavo plays in it. He's one of the celebrities there. So looking forward to having that out there. And I do owe Cookie an apology because basically I hired somebody to come with us and be our ringside reporter without even Cookie meeting her or talking to her. But she was going on and on about how she's all about doing anything if it helps the kids and stuff like that. And she already like interviews different musicians and stuff. And so Cookie, that's my bad.
That's all right. So our plan is, and again, we're gonna figure out our travel details, but the part of the tournament we're gonna be participating in, unless something changes, you know. But this is definitely the part we're going to. If something changes and we go further, great. May 29th through May 31st, and that is includes the pro division, the women's division, which I'm excited about.
We gotta get Tatiana on that.
Yeah, so pro and women's divisions. Then there's also going to be happening the 6U, 8U, 10U, and the 30 plus. On the 31st, the 12U starts, but that's fine. And then at the same time, that's also the weekend they do the All-Star game, if I remember correctly.
That's a lot happening. It's actually all the best groups. You have the young kids, you have the women division, you have the All-Star, and so the pro. And so like we're going to be there. Basically, we'll be streaming live a lot. We'll be doing a lot of recording just like we are now. And then as I told you with Carissa, we'll be doing ringside reporting where she's going to interview some of the players, even the kids, their parents. We'll have a sit down with Colby and some of the other players. There's so many big names in this tournament, but the grand message behind it all is the huge thing. So we will be doing a fundraising. We'll be bringing in sponsors, and basically it'll cover the idea of it is we're just going to cover a little bit of cost getting out there, and then the rest of it's going to the Wish Cup and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And
we'll be looking for partners and sponsors to do some fundraising. And again, like John said, the primary thing is just to kind of cover our travel, getting there, staying there, eating and while we're there, cover some, and hopefully we'll get some partners with some of the equipment that we use. As I'm looking
we already have most of it.
We have most of it, but we're not gonna turn anything down. But at the same time, we have most of what we need. But we definitely could use more, especially when it comes to having more and more people there with us. But and then we'll be looking for one of the things that John and I haven't even talked about, but I know we've both thought about is people that can handle apparel for us. We don't have any all angles apparel, but we'll get some of that figured out, not only for ourselves but to sell. And again, especially during that particular time period, proceeds will go towards Make-A-Wish of Middle Tennessee, right? I think that's what So the primary thing is just to kind of on our side of it with the fundraising is just to help us get there and function while we're there. And anything on top of that will go directly back to Make-A-Wish.
And we're hoping it goes well enough for because he does his ice tournament every year and make it a recurring thing. And it's kind of cool. You go to these tournaments. Like, how many tournaments did we play in as kids? Baseball and hockey. And like, it was just a tournament. It was go, you play, you're with your friends. But it's got to be a cool thing. Like, you get interviewed by somebody, and then especially these kids. This is the tournament that Philip Forsberg ended up jumping in. So you never know who else is going to end up coming down and get your autographs and get time with these guys. It's just the whole thing of it is just awesome. I've been following it for a bit, and finally getting to talk to Colby this year was really cool. And so
and from an all angle standpoint, from our side of things, we and John kind of hinted at it there, we were kind of obviously we're there to support what Colby's done and the Wish Cup. And, from our side of things, we're hoping it's kind of a springboard for us into other similar events around the country, frankly, and around North America in general. And that's why we go back to even adding to our equipment, even though we have a lot of what we need. We can definitely always use more, especially if we're going to continue to move forward and do similar, in-person events, on property events, and not just me sitting in my spare bedroom and John sitting in his living room kind of thing.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, if we can make an event seem that much more official and make somebody feel a little bit more like a star for a day, and while raising money and having it going to an unbelievable cause, like, it doesn't get any better than that. It's
And
really
if
the
you,
coolest thing. So
yeah, and add to that too, and we'll have obviously there's a lot of time between now and then. We'll have a lot more information coming out, and obviously Colby will with Wish Cup and his board there. We're not going to kind of get in the way of what they're doing, but we want to help contribute and add to that, and that includes hopefully, John and I have connections, but anybody watching this that has connections that want to donate items that could potentially be auctioned or whatnot, please let us know. We're going to use our connections to try and get as much stuff as we can to auction off, and that stuff in particular doesn't go to us. That will all go directly to what they're doing with Make-A-Wish. The stuff for us will be separate. We'll make sure and clarify what's what. We've even talked today about, just to keep things even simpler, doing an Amazon wish list for some of the things we might need. But beyond that, we're going to, so if you have something, those of you watching, that you would like to contribute to the cause, whether it's to help what we're trying to do, or more importantly, to help what Wish Cup is trying to do, whether it's an item that you might have that could be cool in an auction or whatnot, please reach out to us. Send us a message on here. We'll get contact available, privately as well. So just reach out and we'll make sure. And we want to blow this thing up. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. Colby's done just an unbelievable job. He and his crew there. It's just expanded massively every year. I mean, it's almost doubled in size every year he's done it, and we want to help contribute to that and make this a big thing. And as we talked about him, you can go back and we'll include a link to that conversation with him. We brought up the idea, and we didn't have to because he's talked about it, of doing this in other cities. So if we can expand this to other cities around the country, in particular NHL cities where it's a little easier to do, we're on board to become a part of this for sure.
Yep, and me and Cookie have talked about this actually offline a bunch, just in our general conversations. Like, it's cool. It's such a cool thing. Like, I'm excited as far as for the show to be there. It's a cool thing to be on site for something like that. But the thing for us that matters most is, like, now we get to be an integral part in helping raise money for this cause, which, we've seen it and been around it for so many years. And so just to be able to actually find a way to creatively contribute is a really cool thing. And, again, we said it a million times when we interviewed him, our hats off to Colby for not just starting the event, but just turning it into such a huge ordeal where, I mean, he has some of the biggest names in hockey that are not NHL players that come to this thing, like the guys like Nasher and Swaggy P and all these guys that come down. Who's it? Pavel Barber, and obviously Johnny Chavo, which I brag on Johnny a lot. I got to do videos with him. I'm friends with him. I wear his hat on a regular basis.
Maybe we'll get him on here.
Yeah, we eventually will. But I mean, he did the three
So
ice
busy.
thing.
Yeah, these guys are so busy, man.
And it's
Great.
it's such a cool thing. We could definitely get Swaggy P on here. He still at least likes all my Instagram posts.
Well, as John will attest to, this game has given us so much. And yes, we did an episode a couple weeks ago about the mental health side of things and where it can also beat you down to a point, but it doesn't take away, even my situation and John's situation in coaching and all that, where we have, shit's going to happen. It is what it is. And, but at the end of the day, our passion for this sport hasn't wavered. It's given us so much. And this is a way that we can not only give back to the sport, but help the sport give back to those that need it the most.
Yep. So it's a cool thing, man. We're really excited about it. And
by the way,
so you're like, I don't know. It's it. Hell yeah, dude.
All right. I
And
didn't know if we were going to do some really official thing, which I guess we still could, but
we still will, but I'm just too excited, man. It's like Christmas morning.
I know.
And the other thing, another familiar face you could see, I would love to have her come down for it, is she won't be shooting the events and stuff like that, but we can always get Kim to come and have our BTS photos done.
Yeah.
Because Kim is a great photographer as well, and it'd be cool just to have some familiar faces show up through this all as well. And the person I talked about that'll be doing the interviews, Carissa, we'll be interviewing her Sunday for our Tuesday show. And Cookie, I promise you're gonna love her. So, but it'll just be cool to have these people, and that's kind of what we like doing. We like building a family out of all of this,
Yeah.
and having them be a part of things that
Well,
we're doing.
goes to one of the guests I hope we can get on. I got to figure out how to get in touch with them. I think we can probably pull it off at some point in the future. But I mentioned a while back the documentary, The Journey, Eric Saperston, and he brings it up. It's bringing people together, and so any way we can help on our end, what Colby's doing and what those like him are doing, just like we've done, with our team, with I was about to mention him, Kevin Klein, who's got the Snowdrop Foundation, along with his wife Trish. We mentioned his documentary and all that. They've already, I mentioned we were thinking about this. It wasn't official again until today. They were already talking about coming out to see it as well, because
I wonder what it'd be if they'd be able to set up a table or something like that, because their whole documentary.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I mean, I don't want to say it's competing. It's not really competing foundations, but definitely in partnership in a way, because they're both kind of in it for the same reasons. They do it different ways, as far as what they focus on, which is great. Make-A-Wish is about one thing, and Snowdrop Foundation's about another, but it all relates to the same thing. So they're all right in lockstep together. So but either way, they want to. I told them about the event, and they're excited about it. So we have logistics to figure out, a lot of things to figure out on our end. Not the least of which, one of the things that has changed this year with Wish Cup is it has moved. It's still in Nashville, but it is no longer at the big outdoor facility. It is now at Ford Center, which is the practice facility for the Nashville Predators. They're taking
it's a nice building. If it's the same one I went to, it's a nice building.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setup. We've got to figure out our location where we're going to be set up. There's a cool area upstairs, but we might be downstairs. We just don't know. We'll figure all that out. That's not something everybody else needs to worry about, other than once we kind of figure out what we need on top of whatever equipment we already have.
That's at the front door, man. Everyone's gonna be forced to see us.
Well, yeah, well, they want to see these faces. Let me tell you,
Colby, it's on you.
But I guess we'll end up upstairs, which is perfect, because the bar.
It'll be cool for sure. And then, like I said, we'll be doing our thing, and we'll have a lot of it from that weekend, and you'll hear us. What are you saying?
So the bar's upstairs.
Oh, well. Looks like All English Podcast will be there. I can't guarantee how much we're going to get done.
No, but like I said, we're excited, like John said, and we'll have a lot more information in the coming days, weeks, months leading up to it. But it's going to be great. Yeah, it's cool. Thank you, Colby, for the belief in what we're doing here. And getting that email today was pretty cool.
Yeah, Cookie's like, "Did you see his email?" And like,
I had to wait like an hour for John to respond.
I'm just reading it, and there was nothing in it. Like, there's no excitement in your text. I was like, "Oh man!" And then I go and read the email.
It's the beauty of a text message. You just can't get any emotions in it.
Oh man,
putting stupid shit in there.
He didn't put a damn exclamation point or anything. But yeah, no, we're excited about this for sure. And back to what the episode is about. All right, cricket is definitely a pleasant surprise.
Setting up remotes at cricket matches. Hell yeah, let's go!
Oh my god, that'd be sick. I want to figure out how to photograph one of these things.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Something. But we appreciate all you guys. Like I said, this is our episode. So obviously, if you're seeing this, it's coming out after the day it was supposed to come out. We're gonna put this out on Saturday. We had technical issues with our interview with Tatiana Rafter. So once we iron that all out, we'll still be airing that episode. There's a lot of great information in there.
It is no longer the Tatiana episode is no longer episode 33. So when we say that in the episode, don't pay attention to it.
I don't think people pay attention to us anyway.
It will actually end up being, I'm guessing at this point, episode 35.
35, 36, somewhere in there.
30. Well, it won't be 36. The Tuesdays are the even numbers, if you've figured that out by now.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's common sense, man. Today's 33. Tuesdays will be 34. Fridays will be 35.
Dude, you just said
36.
common sense.
I know that was really stupid of me. What am I thinking?
And what happens when we
As
have our
I'm,
little micro
as
episode
I'm
like the
starting
Shohei
Crown and Coke number 2.
thing? Common Crown and Coke. But yeah, we thank everybody. Cookie, thank you for showing me those videos. I know you've been hyped up, and I've been resistant to say the least. But man, that was
So
I need to
excited.
get my hands on. I'm gonna go order myself some cricket balls. That sounded like I'm gonna be getting like insect
Get you
testicles.
some balls. Just I'm gonna get him some balls.
All right, Cookie, you started us off. Close us out here.
No, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Spread the word. You know, we joke all the time. Actually, you know what? It's funny. Oh, I don't have it with me. Oh yeah, I do. I did want to mention this. Oh, I'll keep this as quick as I can. And this is as of a couple of days ago, but this is important. So over the last 90 days, which is roughly the time we've been doing this, about 3 months, roughly.
Which is crazy.
But yeah, crazy. Our viewership is 96.8% non-subscribers. We need your help to change that. So
Click the button.
please click the button. It costs you nothing. Subscribe to the channel. You know, after last week's Shohei Ohtani video, we gained over 100 new subscribers.
Thank
Hopefully
you,
we
Shohei.
don't. Yeah, thank you, Shohei. But hopefully we don't have to keep talking about Shohei Ohtani or doing reaction videos. I suspect this one will do okay as well. But
I mean, I'm okay talking about Shohei that much because it's always something good.
well, and as we're recording this, the game starts, I think, in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know, it helps us out, but it also gets the message out that we're trying to send. You know, not just with the Tuesday shows where we get kind of into deep, more philosophical things, but even, I mean, this one was kind of a fun day, but I think you guys have seen even some of our Friday sports shows get into kind of deeper topics. It's not just all, hey, did you see that guy hit a home run? No, we get into some deeper stuff. So yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel, spread the word, let your friends and family know. Comment. We love the comments, man. The Shohei comments were hilarious.
I think people see like with the comments, I go through and try and answer almost all of them.
I do as best I can. I'm usually at work all day. I have to do that at night, and then I forget about it because I'm passed out.
It's I mean, and I do it just because it's appreciated. I love engaging.
Don't think my lack of commenting doesn't. I read them. I just don't get around to responding to all of them. But now, thank you all so much for watching. Again, please subscribe to the channel. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're going to love everything we have on here, but there's always going to be something for you to like. That's kind of all angles. We're hitting everything. We're not, dead set on one thing. So, but yeah, like, subscribe, comment. If you really, really do like us that much, hit the notification bell. Then you know when all the new episodes come out. So, huge thing for us. So, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Appreciate it, everybody. I'm glad you went weird at the end. Good.